All right. Good morning, everyone. It is 11:20 in the morning on September 21st, 2021, and today I get to do usually have this up, a $129 recap. CCJ gave me a pretty hard time. HLBZ, I took a stab at it. The SPY contracts worked out well from a support level that I had yesterday. Uber was okay. I traded Uber, like 2 or 3 times. I think I tried to trade Uber a little bit pre-market. Okay, well, let's just kind of look at it. The 2 times I definitely remember, I marked them off here. This is the 1-minute chart on Uber. And what we have here, right here, this is the 61.8 fib. And down here is the 50% fib. No, I'm sorry. This is the 75% level that I like to use. And then this is the 61.8 fib right here. These two dotted yellow lines are the opening price and then the opening high in the first minute. And so, I didn't trade this very well at the open. It gave me an opportunity here. You can see the open, and then it came down and went down below the open and then popped back up again. And that would have been at 42.34. I probably would have been somewhere around 42.35 or something. I probably would have gotten into it. And it gave about a 50-cent run, and it went past, the morning high. So I was watching this thing. I was like, okay, I missed it right here. The level 2 is moving really fast. There was a lot of buying and selling going on, and so I was confident. When it hit above its high here at 42.71, I was confident that it would keep going. However, and I bought at 42.75, and it didn't do that, and it went down. And I was like, okay, let's see. I'm just going to watch this thing. The news was good. It's what analysts like. It's news that investors like. I was like, this thing's if it sells off, it's going to be temporary. It's going to be a temporary dip. I'm willing to ride this out. And fortunately, it didn't go past the 61.8 Fibonacci. Then started moving back up. It made a stab above its opening high again, and then kind of fell back, and then got support close to its opening price, then started moving up. And one right here, it made a run for $43. It looks like $43 was resistance. And so I was kind of like, okay, if it makes it past 43, then we should be moving on up here to this 46 or 44.64 level. Let me go to the daily here, and it's a little bit easier to see. So $44.65 was the target. I was like, it would be great to see this thing make a run and hit this $44.65 target. And if it makes it past 43, it has a good chance of making it up to that $44.60 some cents. And here it's just started to sell off. So I let it go. Basically break even. Basically break even. I'm showing, this is kind of strange, 1089, okay, here we go. Okay, so this is 500 shares. This is all the same trade right here. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, these 7 bottom Uber, well, actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 bottom Uber trades right here are all the same trade, and that's this buy and then this sell, and so it was essentially break even trade. And then I was kind of looking around, basically kind of daydreaming a little bit, really. And actually, let's go sequentially here. So CCJ, I was looking at CCJ, and it was doing this wedge, upwardly moving wedge kind of thing. And it came down here to the sort of bottom, the support area again, and started popping up. I bought it at $21.90. It went up to 21.92 and then just dumped. And so I tried to sell it on the break right here of this red line right here, and it really took off to the downside without me. And so I wound up letting go of that CCJ. It's somewhere around 28 cents per share on 500 shares. So, I was in at 21.90, so that means I sold it at 21, close to the bottom, and I kept on going. And so I was looking at CCJ, and I was kind of like, okay, I've got these two Fibonacci levels here at 22.28 and 20.96, and I decided to go look at yesterday's close and put a level at yesterday's close. And it is making a move here above the close, but I don't really see, it doesn't look very bullish to me. It's looking actually pretty bearish. You can see here it rolled over, and now it's come down here and is attempted to make a sort of a move back up, but it's looking like it's going to be a dead cat bounce. So this thing might have further down to go. And with the overall market kind of doing the same thing, it's not looking too good. So a little bit over $100. Let's see, $128 loss on that one. So kind of crappy. It sucks. And then Uber. And so then after that trade, I was just kind of like daydreaming, I guess. I don't know. I was like looking around. Things were moving pretty slow. And then I started looking at Uber. I looked at Uber's price on my tabs. You can see on the tabs up here at the top. There's the price in there. And it was up over $43. And I went and looked at it, and I was like, oh, okay, well, here it is. Look, it made a stab here, consolidated for a minute, and then made a higher high, a definitive high over $43, made that move. So I was like, okay. So I was watching this thing. I was like, well, where's a good entry? So here's $43.15, which was the previous morning high. I was like, all right, well, as close to $43.15 as I can get. And I wound up getting in at $43.20. And so then I watched it go on 500 shares, and I watched it go up to $43.66, and then pull back a little bit and make some close approaches to $43.66, false breakout right here, and then it started drifting down. And I was like, all right, let me just sell this thing. And I managed to make, let's see, almost $100. Let's see, what is this? We'll call it 35 plus 32 is 67 plus 17, that's 77.84. Okay, so about $85. I made about $85 on that trade. So, and then I was watching. I don't know why I have two BKY eyes up there. I was watching HLBZ. Now HLBZ just all of a sudden started hitting the scanner and started screaming up here. It went from 35.5 to 39.25. Went into a halt and then opened up from the halt. Now, a lot of times recently, once something comes out of a halt, it's been dying off. This one didn't do that. This one it came out of the halt and started to drift higher. And so it made this high at $41.30. And so I took a stab at it right here. I think I was in at $41.41. And it made a high of $41.50 and then just died off. And so I sold it really quickly. I only traded 100 shares on it, and I lost 41 cents per share, so $41. I lost on that trade. So it's kind of like, okay, crap, And now just kind of watching this thing a little bit further here, you can see, for whatever reason, you could call it 41.50 or 41.30, whatever you want to call it. It's just it's not making it. Buyers run out of steam, and sellers take control there at that level. So I had done trading it. I had it on watch. I was looking at this thing. the news has come out days ago. Here it had this run up, and then it sold off. I guess it kind of sold off to a pre-market level, then it bobbled around, and then all of a sudden it just started launching like crazy right here. And so I wasn't a part of it. I tried chasing, it didn't work out. I probably indeed I just should have ignored the move and just or at most just observed. Then BKYI, there was no news on this morning. I have no idea why it's doing what it's doing. It hasn't really put in anything that is discernible as a trade goes. Really spotty, really jumpy price action. I don't know what's going on with it. Now, NNVC, I was going back through, and as I was browsing, I was like, what is going on with my chart? What is this, Trading View? I'm like, God, Trading View, come on. What's the deal? It stopped printing data at 9:21 in the morning. What's the problem here? Well, as it turns out, it's a trade halt. I somehow I missed it on my level 2. I just wasn't paying attention. I've got it up on a level 2. It's in a trading halt, and it's been that way since 9:21 in the pre-market. It's a little bit unusual for a stock to get halted in the pre-market. I think this thing's gotten a little bit, let me make this a little bit bigger here. It's a little bit easier to see. So at some point this morning, somewhere close to 9:21, I suppose, this headline came out that says, Nanovirusides Incorporated, NNVC, has reported significant advantages gained by remdesivir encapsulation within its lead COVID-19 candidate, thus showing a potential pan-coronavirus cure, meaning pan-coronavirus means MERS, which is the Middle Eastern Respiratory Syndrome, SARS, the South Asia Respiratory Syndrome. I think even, what was that? The swine flu was a coronavirus. And now this one, COVID-19, is a coronavirus. And I think there's even one more epidemic that we had that has like a SARS, MERS, PARS. I don't remember anyway. Well, what this is saying that this sort of remdesivir encapsulation with its lead COVID-19 candidate showing a potential pan-coronavirus cure means that this thing can cure all coronavirus outbreaks, pandemics. So NNVC was halted, and I guess they're halting trading on that until that headline can be confirmed. Let's see if it's in the news. It's not in the news. Oh, that's BK. That's so annoying. See, it says headlines for BKYI, but I'm on NNVC. I really can't stand that. It's so annoying because when I'm I'm moving fast and I'm looking for, here we go. The last headline was September 14th. There's nothing about wherever this headline came from. I found this on Stock Twits, that is. Yeah, so wherever that headline came from, I guess they're verifying it. So, it's halted. It's not trading. Let's take a look at the broader market here. Look at the SPY. SPY's looking like it's trying to recover here. So I took profits on my SPY contracts right around in this area right here after the open. Would have been nice. I could have gotten a little bit more out of them, but I didn't know that the SPY was going to do that. It was there's no real support level there. Although I do have 436.12. I didn't know that it would come back above and test and then move higher from 436.12. I think that's the previous low that was put in. And so back here. 436.12 is the low from this dip that occurred on the 19th of August. And so now here we are. It's still below that dip. The price is still below the dip, but it looks like the SPY is going to fight to try and get back above that 436.12. You know, and that'll be a good place for it to close. If it closes above that, you know, it'll be really nice. Let's see, 434.06 is yesterday's close. So you can see the SPY came down here, dipped below it, and then recaptured it. So let's see the VIX. So I have this level on the VIX at 24.76 as sort of an area of support and resistance. And it looks like it took a peak above and failed. So now, you know, the next levels that I'm looking for is going to be 22. I'm going to take this 21.49 off of there. That's an old one. And it's very temporary. Bitcoin here. Bitcoin is holding up above this dip below 42,000. It's a really important close here. A close below 42,000 would be very bearish. Notice a little bit of a divergence here. I don't really know what to make of it exactly. Silver's up on the day at the same time that the dollar, you know, the dollar's, I don't want to say it's showing strength, but it's higher. And silver looks like it's catching a bid here. Silver's got some work to do before it's going to be attractive enough to trade. I'd say, you know, and it's got a lot of work to do. So, and at the same time, the dollar, here's the intraday on the dollar. I mean, the dollar kind of bottomed out here in the, you know, morning pre-market and is making this move up. And I'd expect to see, you know, silver sell off with a stronger dollar. And I have the 10-year up here. The 10-year's just kind of steady. You know, we're looking for a drop in the silver price. I don't know. It's kind of a little bit of an anomaly there. Maybe it's just somebody's decided to buy some silver or something. All right, everybody. That is going to be my recap. Good luck out there. Keep your risk tight. Click like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, tap the bell, and I will see you at tomorrow morning's strategy session. I am out.